Hi, and welcome to Telly Talk. I'm Liv.
And I'm Ben.
And on this episode, you'll hear our carefully considered and not at all random thoughts on a show we like. There will be spoilers.
We're giving ourselves an age rating of 15 and above, but you're welcome to make up your own mind. Listener discretion is advised.
Back to Oak Island.
Returning to the island of Oaks.
Yep. Well, the curse of Oak Island.
On a night's journey for episode 11 of season 13.
Yeah, there were definitely better names they could have chosen.
Like literally any name.
This is a bit boring.
Look, what's... Oh, it's reference to the...
Knights of Malta.
Yeah, and the Isaac de Rosalie and his journey.
Same old, same old.
Yawn.
But the episode is good, even though the title is not.
Yeah, it is. Spoiler alert. This was actually pretty good. And there wasn't even much in the way of, like, chucking people down holes or anything.
No.
We kick off, as always, in the money pit.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll start, as always, at the money pit. The drilling. Again, as is often recently, there wasn't a great deal to the drilling this week.
There was a lot of people.
Yeah, a boatload
Like, everyone
of people.
seemed to be there, and I thought, oh, maybe they will find something.
Oh, well, that was because they were drilling borehole BN14, no .5 or whatever.
Yeah, and then they were like, it's like 3 foot away from your favourite hole, Dr. Spooner. And then I was like, Dr. Spooner has a favourite hole. Maybe I should have a favourite hole.
Oh, God. But his favourite hole was like 13.3.25-7.
It was a very complicated name.
I love that it's like, oh, yes, that favourite hole, that favourite hole. It's like, okay, cool, whatever.
Yep.
But, it's only 3 feet from the sonar hole, and it's drilling right into the tummy of the peacock.
Except when they showed us the map, it was right on the edge, and I was like, they're deliberately aiming for the edge this time.
Yeah.
Like, they just want to find, I don't know, edgy stuff.
What?
Be like, oh, we just missed it.
Well, I thought it was brilliant because Marty is saying that he wants to find out what in the heck the peacock is. And I'm like, you made it up.
No.
It's nothing. It's just...
It doesn't even look like a peacock.
Well, judging by the fact that every time they've drilled it thus far, they found bugger all.
You know what it does look like? This might be why they're avoiding saying it. It looks like the Nando's chicken.
Cheeky Nando's.
Doesn't it, though?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
Don't want to advertise Nando's.
See, I thought it looked a bit like the map of Great Britain.
It doesn't.
Okay.
You are incorrect.
Oh, okay. But yeah, they drill. No void found. They were aiming for another bit of one of these gaps that they saw in the sonar. Nothing there. So,
well, no, it was a bit more interesting than that, I thought, because Dr. Spooner was there, and when he was looking at the core sample, he was like, blah, 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 sciencey things.
Sand.
This is important because it means this, and I'm going to take a sample. And the soil samples are taking quite a long time to test, but apparently they're going to be more accurate than the water testing, more important to the team than water testing.
It's amazing how you managed to recap all of that sans any content whatsoever. So he was pointing out that there was a lot of sand quite deep in the borehole.
Yep. Water travels easily through sand.
And it would act as a filter, which might gather up all of the gold flakes and stuff. So that's why they took a large sand sample.
Yeah.
And they're taking lots of soil samples to try and get a more accurate test for where the precious metals will be. Because that's better than water, apparently.
Yeah, because water moves.
Yes. Whereas apparently sand is incredibly static and will not move.
Well, you know, in a hole, it probably doesn't move. It's not the same as a beach, is it? There's no longshore drift below the surface of the earth.
I mean, I don't know. There's a solution channel. Apparently there's a boatload of stuff moving all around down there. Apparently it's a veritable holiday trip. And that's kind of it for the drilling this episode, wasn't it? So the last few episodes, they've kind of kept it short and sweet with the drilling.
But that is because they're not finding anything, and we've got way more interesting stuff to look at.
Yeah.
So I guess they're kind of showing us to be like, we haven't forgotten, we are doing the money pit, we are looking there because that's sort of what draws people into Oak Island. It's that mystery. So there's like a, hey, yeah, we're still here. Let's move on to more interesting things.
Hey, yeah. Yeah, it feels like they're sort of spinning their wheels until they get this testing done, and then they'll go, case on!
Yeah, well, they want to do lots of drilling, so I think even when the results come back, they'll probably still put some pilot holes down.
They've paid their money, haven't they?
Yeah, and Choice are getting a good payday out of
Yeah,
this.
exactly. So, they've bought their credits. They've got to use them before they run out and all of that. But yeah, that's it. But what has been a bit more eventful recently is the swamp. El Swampo.
Yeah, because they're still using, not Billy, what's his name?
Tom's
dude. Guy. Yeah, Neil.
I didn't take a note of his name. I was
what?
Like, whatever. He's Tom's bloke.
Okay.
Tom's Billy.
Okay. No, I don't like that.
But yeah, because we're still on the Nolan land.
Northern end of the swamp.
Yeah, and they're still looking for another vault-like feature. They're obsessed with finding a vault-like, a tomb-like toilet, as you put. And they find an 8-sided stake.
Yes.
Because they were looking for one, and they did.
Yeah. And it's sort of still in situ when they found it. They had to really pull it out.
Yeah, and then they go, yep, 8 sides. And then you see Tom sort of just go, I'll put it back.
I think that might have been Craig.
Well, one of them.
The thing is, because Craig was here with Tom.
Yeah.
And I was watching them going, I think you two would have quite a good friendship. Like, they seem to be on a level.
The Nolan-Tester connection.
Yeah.
When they're drilling or doing stuff on Tom's land, do we ever get the Laginas there?
Yeah.
We do.
Marty. No, Rick. Oh, I get them muddled up. Rick. Yeah, he'll go there. He's most often the one talking to Tom. This time it was Craig, and that's, I think, why I was noticing a difference in dynamic. And I thought, I think you guys actually get on as opposed to maybe pretending or doing their best.
Because I was going to be like, wait, we never see the Laginas on the land. Is there beef? I'm going to try and stoke this whole, like, WWE style rivalry.
I think there's probably a bit more tension. I'm just making this up. But I feel like there could be a bit more tension with the brothers and Tom because they were so close with Blankenship. Yeah. And he obviously had a massive feud with Tom's dad.
And it definitely seems like Tom Nolan has made some sort of like played hardball and gone, right, you can have access to my land, but I have to be on there whenever you're filming, and my construction company has to be filmed and featured a bunch of times. So, he gets to make his money, so it's probably a negotiation tactic.
Well, it's only fair, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
But, as I said, I think there might actually be a friendship with Craig.
Yeah, maybe Craig is their buffer.
That might be why they sent him this time.
Yeah, maybe. Well, they find this stake, and that makes them summon Dr. Spooner, who is all over this episode.
Yeah.
And he comes because they're like, there's peat under them thar rocks.
Yes, yeah. Because it was more than the stake. They found rocks layered, and they thought, oh, this might be more of a road or a path or...
Because they were like, it's underneath the sand layer, but above a peat layer, which suggests that it was placed above a swamp.
So it's built on a swamp layer, which is the same as the road in the south end of the swamp.
And so they get Dr. Spooner, and he's down on hands and knees, digging around.
His arm in
and he's like, I found some cut wood in the peat under the rocks.
Which he's quite excited about, because if he dates that would probably give an indication as to when it was built.
Holy shit, actual science and stuff.
Yeah.
And he observes that the rock layer is 3 rocks deep.
As a minimum.
Yeah.
Minimum 3 rocks deep, which is the same as the South End Road.
Yeah, so they're like, this is proper serious roadage.
Yeah, good find.
They probably don't say roadage as, sciencey fella, but... Yeah, so he's quite pleased. And then while he's doing that, Gary is digging around in the muck, and he's like, I'm finding loads of bricks, fellas.
Yeah, and he's just chucking them. Like half bricks.
But they're like, hang on, those look like the bricks that the other toilet tomb was made, the vault-like feature was made of, so maybe that means there's another vault-like feature around here.
Yeah, they're very excited.
And I'm like, yeah, you've probably bulldozed the shit out of it, boys.
I was worried for their literal mental health, being hit on the head with a rock.
Bonk. Well, a brick.
Brick.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Does that mean technically, if it is a tomb-like toilet, is it a literal brick shit house?
Yes.
Yay! But yeah, so that's kind of it. Like, we're awaiting testing results for that cut wood, which we don't find this episode.
No.
So I suspect that's future episode time. Unless it's like those bones they found once and they just vanish. Never
hear of them again.
And that leads us on to my favourite and probably yours, the Lot 8 boulder feature.
Boulder Dash. Which...
Boulder Dash. Let's dash to the boulder.
Marty... Is that his name? Ricky. God, no.
Rick. Oh my God, Liv.
He has named it the Lot 8 Mystery.
Which
is very boring.
Stop letting Marty name things. I know
This
he
was Rick.
Oh, was it Rick? Stop letting any of them... You've confused me by naming everyone. Even people that don't exist. Don't let the Laginas name anything.
Marty
They're
wasn't
shit.
actually in this episode.
No.
So if I ever say Marty, what I mean is Rick.
What if you say Ricky?
Then I also mean Rick.
You always mean Rick. Okay, good to know. So yeah, I'm going to stick with the Lot 8 boulder feature, the Boulder Dash.
Right.
Okay, the dash for the boulder. I was just momentarily trying to think of other names like the Bolder the Better or Roller Boulder or something really bad. They're all better than the Lot 8 Mystery.
I know, right?
So they start off and they start getting a bit existential or like abstract really quick. So they're like, you remember Xena Halpen's map?
So they put this on the screen and I spent so long staring at it, looking at all the funny shaped arrows and all the annotations that I did not pay attention to what they were saying. So I don't actually know what the link is to this map.
This happens a lot, doesn't it? Thank goodness, once again, that I take the notes and not you. So they were... Because I was spending the time going, which of these random-ass things that they've listed pointing onto this map is they going to say? And they said, this is the December Triangle, which is obviously what this is.
Right.
It's a big round or ovally shaped boulder in the middle of a circle of stones.
Why?
So naturally, it's the December Triangle.
Yeah.
Basically, they're saying... This quite small map with quite a large arrow pointing to here that says the December Triangle, that's vaguely where this boulder is, so it must be the December Triangle.
Maybe someone badly translated the French.
I suspect
triangle
so.
meant circle.
And December means mystery.
Yeah.
It's the mystery boulder.
No, the people making the map would have known. It wouldn't have been a mystery to them.
Well, that's what we're assuming. But what if this was a searcher map? Or it's just some random made-up map that looks fancy.
I like Xena. This map is real.
You can't libel the dead. Oh, you're not happy about that, are you?
No.
No. But yeah, so they go like, it's the December Triangle, and then they move on.
Yeah.
Because,
That's why I never did figure out what they were saying about it, because they never recapped
They just went,
it.
yeah, the map says it's the December Triangle. But what they get straight into is camera. They stick a camera in a hole. Yes!
Yeah, but badly.
Yeah, well, that's because they let Peter Finetti do it.
I know. And they're talking to him like he's an expert.
I know. This is the problem with nepotism. They're like, get Peter Finetti and we got to fill the Jack shape. Now, this would have been Jack doing this otherwise.
But he's also not an expert.
No, he doesn't know shit.
To be honest, I'm impressed that they just own one of these cameras now.
Well, yeah.
Camera on a really long stick.
Yeah. And they stick it in. He's like, it gets 4 foot in and then he hits solid dirt.
Yeah.
Underneath a giant boulder, who'd have thought?
They're calling it a void, and I was looking at it going, it's not really a void, is it? And then I thought, I guess maybe it kind of is a void.
Well,
it's not the kind of void that I would label a void.
What would you call it?
A channel.
Oh, no.
Because...
Well, they can't call it a channel, because then that would conflict with their lovingly detailed solution channel.
But this is a narrow channel. It's not an open void, which... void to me suggests big open space, cave-like.
I feel like you might be the one that's wrong here, because I think a void just means a gap.
Yeah, well, that's fine, but it didn't feel right.
Okay. So they decide on the strength of Peter Finetti's very, very intensive camera work that they're going to dig a pit next to the boulder. And that was Doug Kroll saying they should do that. The archaeologists are just being told what to do by some random fellas. Yeah, guys, we've had young Peter stick a camera in a hole, and me, Doug Kroll, a researcher, have decided that you're going to dig a pit next to this giant boulder.
Well, Laird did say, yes, that's what we're going to do, and we're going to put it right there, which is where Peter was kneeling down.
So it's
need to move, because we're going to be digging.
It's like they've done all this already. Laird's decided, but they're reenacting it for the cameras.
Yeah.
But they go, look, let's pretend that Peter knows what he's on about. But luckily, no one was sticking like their torso under the boulder today, so that's good.
I can't quite make out this circle that they're talking about, though. It just looks like a mess.
it is a mess of stones, but when they don't really show it that zoomed out. Like, I think they should be getting Laird's drone camera to do like that. Now it would be good.
This would be great.
Well, they might do it when they're a bit further along, because they haven't finished digging everything out.
No, I know, but once they've dug it out, they've moved everything. Don't they need to know how it was left as well?
Well, maybe they've done it and they just haven't shown us yet.
The other thing they found is some flat granite. Now, I was quite impressed with the geologist here. What was
Terry
his name?
Matheson.
Yeah, because he comes over and he's like, that's granite. And I thought, that's talent.
Yeah, they summon him. And they're like, right, you're on the spot now, Terry, my boy.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, yeah, those are granite flagstones.
Yes, and they were saying that they found, or the original searchers who didn't know they were searchers, they just thought something was weird in the ground and started digging. Yeah, they found a platform of these at the money pit before they started digging underneath. I
love the way that we lurch immediately from hard science of geology to the story that was told. So, like, not necessarily any proven facts there.
But they have no reason to lie about granite flagstones.
No, well,
it's
maybe.
not like, I don't know, gold tombs. I don't know.
Okay, good.
You might lie about
offset
that.
chambers and yeah. Okay, good. So yeah, and they were like, so would this, like, is this natural to the air? And he's like, no. And that flat structure of it is not natural either. So these are like man-hewn or whatever. So that's really interesting. Hewn. That's how
you can't hewn a stone.
Yeah, you can.
I don't think you can.
Well, I'm going to check this out later. And if I'm
chiseled.
right, when I'm
hand chiseled, maybe.
If I'm right, I expect an apology on the next episode, the next Oak Island episode. And if I'm wrong, I will apologise to you.
Right.
In front of the world.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So yeah, like, that seems really, like, definitely man-like. Why they're just on one little bit? Because they were like, oh, are they stepping stones?
It's very curious, this whole thing.
But I'm starting to, because they're like, oh, what's under this boulder? And I'm sort of going, is this money pit too? The revenge?
But there wasn't a boulder at the money pit.
No, but maybe, right. And I'm getting into the Lagina mindset here, right? Okay. Work with me. The original money pit was actually the decoy. And the treasure that's under this is the offset chamber. It's just really offset. And even though there was quite a bit of treasure that's apparently been found in the money pit, that was all a decoy for the wondrous treasure under this. And as Rick points out, he's always felt like this is beyond monetary value. This is like cultural stuff. So this is actually the real money pit. With a bit, because if you want to keep it safe, big ass boulder on the top.
But it's also like a beacon going, here, look here.
Well, apparently not, because we're in season 13 and no one's thought to look at it.
It's because it wasn't carved.
Yeah, exactly.
Had it been carved up, it would have been blown up years ago.
But that's the thing, right? It's the one giant boulder on the island that hasn't got stuff on it, so it's like hiding in plain sight, right? Right?
Well, Rick has said that everyone's walked past it at least 20 times.
Well, there you go, see? Effective hiding.
Yeah.
It all adds up.
Well, there's something here. What exactly remains to be seen.
Flagstones, a void, and a giant-ass boulder. Well, maybe on the spirit of what's here, we'll move on to the war room research that was done this episode, which is quite interesting.
Okie dokie.
So Emiliano Sacchetti has been doing some research in the Vatican Archives and Ottawa Library.
Yes, because a few years ago, they got 3 or 4 different researchers across the world involved, and Emiliano is their Italian one, and he has had a lot of involvement. I don't think we've really seen the other 3. No. Since they were hired and we were introduced to them. But this guy pops up almost every season.
We have seen Corey and Moll a few times from Portugal. Because, Knights of Malta, etc., etc. But yeah, Emiliano seems to... He knows his stuff. Like, he's a very thorough researcher. I'm impressed.
He introduced us to the astrologer.
So no wonder you like
astronomer,
him.
Doctor. Yes, so he's got good connections.
Well... He has been doing more research on the Isaac de Rosoli journey from Nova Scotia to Nova Scotia from Italy, and he's the guy that set up Fort Point, that fort near to Oak Island.
Yeah.
And when he was doing some more digging into that, he found the diary of Nicholas Dennis, who was one of the people on his journey. And in his diary, he mentions that they found islands with big oaks nearby. And obviously they're like, could it be?
He was really excited. Emiliano was really excited
They
about
said
this.
oak.
And the room is silent. Like, is that it?
Yeah. And then he's like, okay, so you're not impressed with the Islands of Oak thing? Well, hold my beer. Because he's like, I've also been going through the death inventories for Isaac de Rosalie, the one from Nova Scotia, and then the one when his stuff arrived in France. And you wouldn't believe it, right? But, like, it's the whole of his worldly possessions when he died, like, even down to his cutlery. And when they get to France, there's stuff missing.
Yes, and then he details the stuff, and it's quite boring.
What? Well, they don't think so.
It's like some socks.
Yeah, it's not socks. But I'm quite impressed that it's quite a small amount of stuff. Like, traipsing all of that stuff across the world. Yeah. There's only like...
I can lose socks in the washing machine.
Yeah, there's like 5 things missing. It's like...
Like 2 guns.
Yeah, 2 flintlock muskets, an astrolabe, and 2 leather-covered chests. And as soon as they said
That's where his socks were.
Yeah, as soon as we said leather-covered chests, we're like, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
So they brush over the astrolabe, which I'm fascinated by, and we'll get to that in a minute, because I've done research.
Oh, right.
Do you know what an astrolabe is?
I can hazard a guess. I think that it's like... Well, it's round, and it's like a sundial, but I think it's for plotting stars.
You're not far off. So I'll get into it now. It's an astronomical instrument / star chart.
Yep, that's what
and
I
it
said.
Shows a half dome of the sky. They're a precursor to the sextant, and they are really old. Like, really old. And I'm shocked that they didn't dig into that more. But I suppose they haven't actually found it, so they can't dig into it too much. But, like, you would have thought that they'd get really excited by that.
Did it say what they're made out of?
They made out all sorts of stuff, because they've been around since...
So it could have been really heavy, and they're like, I ain't taking this back.
Well, it's more of a
let's just throw it
hand-sized
over.
thing, I think. But, yeah.
I was imagining something...
manhole cover sized.
Yeah.
No. So yeah, I was surprised they didn't get all giddy about that, but maybe they're saving that for later. But
if
I was
they found it, then they would get...
Yeah, oh my god, that would be like 3 episodes worth.
Yeah.
Carmen Legg would be all over it. Yeah, 2 muskets. They get quite excited about it. Well, Emiliano gets excited because he then whips out that flintlock mechanism that they found on the island.
He's brought receipts.
And he's like, ooh, could this be one of them? Mm-hmm. Because obviously, if it's been taken, smuggled from the death stuff, it must be on Oak Island, right? And they just chucked it on the ground. And he was really poignant, like, this could be the one.
His theory is that those leather-bound chests did have treasure in. They were dropped off at the island with lots of oaks.
Yes.
And the muskets were then used as protection or personal protection or whatever, lost, and they've now found one. So he feels like that might be a link to those chests.
So the 2 chests are what they largely focus on beyond the flintlock thing. But they seem to be acting like, well, obviously those were full of treasure.
I'm thinking clothes.
I think they didn't have anything in them, because otherwise they would have counted, like, they're counting cutlery. They would have counted what was in them. So if there was contents in those chests, that would also be missing from the manifest, right?
Yeah, but also, why would 2 chests just... Maybe in France they were just like, well, we won't count the chests, we'll only count the contents.
Well, yeah, or they were just a bit battered, and after they took the thing, they just chucked them, or someone helped themselves to them, because they were, I need a chest, he ain't going to miss him, he's dead.
But then all the stuff would just be loose.
Well, what if there was nothing in them?
You wouldn't cart empty chests. You know, it's like sailing. Or
okay,
or
is it? Is this another one? Do you find with farming equipment,
or shipping more precisely than sailing?
Okay, this should be good. You're an expert in shipping too.
Yeah, well, you know, you're not gonna ship an empty ship. You will fill it with something.
I feel like they probably do ship empty ships a lot.
I don't think they do. That's a lot of fuel and a lot of time. Do you know how long it takes to travel the globe on a ship?
I don't know. How long does it take, Liv?
Weeks.
Weeks? Back in the day, it would have been ages.
Yeah, I don't know. From like Argentina region.
Is it
round to
entirely
Singapore,
possible? Well, like they've talked
like 3 weeks.
They've talked in the past about when they load and unload ships, things get dropped off the side of the boat or things go missing or whatever. This could just easily have been like an astrolabe, 2 flintlock rifles, and a couple of chests. Like, I don't think it's that surprising that there's stuff missing. If anything, it's surprising that there's not more stuff missing.
Don't know.
Yeah.
It's a mystery.
They make a big deal of it. They saw chests and were like, woohoo, exciting times.
Yeah.
And then we got lots of pictures of chests, none of which were leather covered, I noticed. So, you know.
Well, it's AI images.
Oh, I hate AI generated things. Yeah. Ugh.
Like, just pay someone.
Yeah. I mean, ugh.
I know.
I hate it. But we're going to round off with the big finale. Because off the back of the flintlock gate, Gary and Scott go hunting for metal detecting near where they found the flintlock stuff.
Yeah, this was a bit boring, I thought.
Oh, really? They find some stuff.
No, but he's already done the flags again.
Yeah.
Back to, he's already scanned this. Really, he doesn't need to be there. Just someone could go along and dig where he's put the flags.
Well, but then who's going to poke it and go, whoa, 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 whoa?
Well, I prefer it when he's scanning for the first time.
I liked that the first thing he finds was a shotgun shell. They don't show him finding tat very often.
Yeah, he was not impressed.
No, but he still put it in his pocket.
No, he didn't put it in his pocket. It was bagged as junk. Like,
I want to know who's shooting shotguns on Oak Island.
I told you, it's the farmers.
I think it was the Nolan Blankenship War. No?
No words.
No.
Okay.
I mean, when they find a tank, that'll be awesome. They had a second ding, and that was lead splash, which is like just junk lead. But Gary, bless his heart, he's got a theory.
Yeah, well, the thing is, if it is like slag left over from the making process, why is it there? Because you don't keep that. That is waste.
That's kind of what they said. It's like, how is this
why
ended
would
up
it
here?
be here?
But his theory was that it was like a bit of the lead bag seal, because they'd sometimes have a little bit of whatever left on
like
them.
if something's made in a plastic press, sometimes it's still got the
sprue.
What?
The sprue on it.
That does not make it clearer.
The sprue is like the frame that a plastic thing is moulded to.
How do you know that?
I've done modelling when I was younger, and they come on a sprue.
Wow. Okay.
I can hear the judgment in your voice. You hear that? Listen, my wife just judged me.
Okay, it's
not just me, childhood me.
Lead sprue.
Yeah.
Cool.
So he's like, but Katja, my daughter, don't you know, who's on this show, I'm going to mention her again, she found a lead bag seal just over there, as he points off in the distance, and he's like, maybe this was off of that.
And he keeps pointing out how close they are to the Boulder Dash area.
The Boulder Dash area, yes. Well, they get a third ding, and this is even more relevant to the boulder, he reckons, because they find a set of chain links, big old ones.
Oh, yeah.
And they are hand-forged, and they're big oval links, which suggests old.
And they've been worn, as in they're nearly worn through.
Well, they don't know that at the time, but they do find that out, yes.
Yeah.
And they're like, ooh. And Gary is immediately like, well, this was definitely used to move that giant-ass boulder.
Yeah.
Like, that's how they put that in place.
And then Rick was like, yeah, a chain on its own tells you very little other than the age and that people were moving heavy stuff. But found in proximity to the Boulder Dash, then that is quite telling.
Yeah, but so really what he means is a chain on its own means nothing, but a chain with a load of assumptions, that means something.
I mean, some assumptions are fair though, right?
Yes.
Like, there is a good chance at this point.
Is there?
I mean, that boulder was put there, wasn't it? They've said that. It's not in situ. There's a hole under it.
And there's loads of things that it stood on.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So...
Yeah, okay. Fine. But they immediately go to the lab. Doodle-oo. And then they are at the lab.
Yep.
And your favourite and mine, Emma Culligan, is in situ on deck giving her opinion.
I feel like she's been listening. I know this is all pre-filmed and everything.
Yeah.
But
You're claiming credit.
No.
Because, she immediately kicked in with a... it's pure iron. And based
almost
on
100% pure. It's unusual.
And with a bit of phosphorus in it. And that confirms it's pre-1800s. And I snickered and looked at you.
Yeah.
And then... she was like, they sort of said, oh, so when do you think it's from? And she goes, well, with a bit of research and everything, I reckon it's from the 1600s, and it could even be the 1500s, but most likely 1600s. And I just turned to you and went, she is feeling like she's got to prove herself now, because plainly the whole only pre-1800s has got back to her.
I am not the only one complaining, clearly.
No, you're just the loudest. I think somehow time has distorted and your complaints have retroactively made her have to justify her position.
I mean, it's like finding something and be like, ugh, that's pre-2020.
This was made...
yeah, I could have told you that.
This was made before today.
Yeah.
I can guarantee you that. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. Like, she looked at it and she shows the scan, and that shows it is very heavily worn. They're almost broken through.
Yeah, and there's quite a few chain links because most of it is one big pile. And then there's one sort of... it's still attached, but it's movable. And then through the scan, you can see all the individual links.
Yeah, it's in a nice conglomerate, isn't it, as they say. But yeah, and I'm presuming that what that shows is the evidence of why it's only a small bit of chain, because it probably snapped at one of those stress points. But they point to that and go, well, that has been used heavy, long and hard.
Yeah.
And so that looks like heavy boulder lifting to me. And because they're talking about like, oh, well, we found some really big ox shoes all in a line leading towards this area over the years. So it must have been chains, boulders and oxes.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, that makes sense to me.
It does.
Yeah.
And that revelation sort of rounds us off for the episode. And I liked it.
Yeah, it had a bit of everything, didn't it?
Yeah. And like whimsy, it had a theory,
Yeah.
but normally, as soon as they go, oh, it's theory, I'm like, oh, God. But this one was all right. Like, and they tied it in, because they immediately went going, well, Flintlock, let's go scan.
Yeah.
And that's fine. And it was quite interesting. I learned what an astrolabe was.
I learnt what a slob, what did you say it was called? The plastic...
a sprue.
Sprue.
Wow.
Okay, I nearly learnt it.
I love that the two things that we've said we've learnt about are things that we didn't actually learn from the show. They didn't tell us, we just told each other.
Well.
I had to Google it, because they didn't tell me. But I had a great time. I'm going to rate this a solid 6 chests thrown in the bin out of 7.
Mm-hmm.
I had great time. The only way this could be better is if they were putting a diver down a hole, and I'm still holding out a faint hope that that's going to happen. But they stuck a camera under a boulder. I'm happy.
Yeah, the last diver didn't go well, did it? Because he got really ill with the bends.
Yeah.
So
sorry, I'm not meant to go. Yeah, I'm meant to be like, yes, he did, and it's very serious.
It was touch and go for a while there.
Touch and go. Yeah.
So I don't think they'll be doing that.
Please. So yeah, how did you rate this episode?
Yes, I haven't pre-thought about it this time. So it was quite good. I feel like I need more on Boulder Dash. I feel like just spend a bit longer each episode on it.
Right.
I'd like them to move a bit quicker with it, I suppose.
We need a whole episode just on Boulder Dash.
You know, like when they first found it and Laird was pitching to dig it. Yeah. And then the next episode, they'd uncovered loads of the stuff and it was like, wow, you've made great progress. I feel like it's really slowed down.
Well, yeah, that's how they do it, though, isn't it? Like, do you reckon next episode they're going to have dug the pit?
Well, I hope so. I hope they're not still talking about it.
We need peril. We need the boulder to suddenly tilt and everyone be like, ah!
Well, I don't need that. I just need to...
I need it to chase...
Just a bit more.
I need it to chase Rick down a hill. Like...
Make it a real
Indiana
dash.
Jones style-y.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Well, I think I'm going to go for 7.5.
Oh, no. Look, if you need halves...
Yeah. No, because... I'm torn between 7 and 8, and so I've landed on...
So, this is a middle-of-the-road Oak Island episode. 7.5 is the middle of your 5 to 10 range.
Okay,
that you give it.
Maybe I'll give it 8 then.
Okay, I've argued you up. I'm just glad you're not on a half, because that is...
Fine. It's a solid 8.
A solid 8.
And I am sure about that.
Excellent. Well, I guess on that note, that's all, folks.
Thank you so much for listening. See you next time. Bye.
Toodles!